Hey, Hawkers. Alright, let's go over Game 4 of the season. It's Everett versus Portland. Fortunately, Hawks lose 2-1 in overtime. But, it is Everett. They're doing very well this season. They were doing well last season. So, give them props where it is. But, I do like to put this on there. Everett had opened up the season with 3 consecutive shutouts. And we finally got one on them. So there is that. There wasn't very many mistakes by either team, so this was a very good hockey game. And I'd also like to note that Portland has grown quite a bit in the last 4 games. So this is looking very, very bright for this season. And we'll talk about it after this. Alright, in the first, again, we start off hard. We right off the face-off draw, the opening face-off draw, we're right into the ozone, and it's awesome. 4 minutes in, Everett gets their first shot. That's how well we were playing. But unfortunately, Portland takes the first penalty, and that's 7:27. It's number 2 Nolan for tripping. But we had a really good shorthanded pressure. And that's a little foreshadowing for the second. About 10.5 minutes in, Klassen had a really strong defensive move, which created a play, which had him miss the net by just a little bit. It was wide open. Everett then takes a penalty at 12:35. That was number 48, Zellweger, also for tripping. So Jarvis had a really good power play chance. It was a rebound off a Cicek shot. Again, he's driving play, and can't wait for him to score more. 17 minutes in, it was a great shutout by the Hawks from behind the net. It didn't quite make it in, obviously, but yeah. So that at the end of the first, that was 10 consecutive periods that Everett had allowed no goals. So goalie and defense seems to be working really well for them. They're going to be a challenge throughout this season. In the second, we had a quick start again, but Everett was really hustling, so they actually might have been given a lot more effort than Portland, but the ice was tilted in our favor, so we can take that. Hawks had a few big hits, but fortunately, Everett gets a goal at 3 minutes and 42 seconds. That was number 21, Anderson, assisted by number 42, Fonstad, and 17, Berezowski. It was a blast from the point that probably deflected off a Portland player. So we can't really fault the goalie too much on that one. But anyway, Everett's up 1-0. But 3 minutes later, they take a penalty, as Everett takes a penalty, and it was number 42 Fonstad for hooking, the guy who assisted on the goal. So Everett on the penalty kill, they were setting up a neutral zone trap style, which made it really hard for us to get past the neutral zone, which is probably why they're winning so many games. It kept us from getting a whole lot of passes through. But unfortunately, Portland takes a penalty at 11:22. That was Cicek, and it was for boarding. He's been getting a lot of those lately. But luckily enough, we answer back with a shorthanded goal. What a way to open up the scoring on Wolf, the goalie. Would definitely want that one back as your first goal, or first goal allowed in the season. Sucks for him, but hey, Portland's one breaks the streak. I like that. Anyways, shorthanded goals by Knack, and it was from Duro. It was a 2-on-2 rush, and Jarrell got a really nice backhanded sauce over a stick to Knack, who was rushing pretty speedily, and he gets the goal. So, 3-ish minutes later, Portland gets a penalty. It's number 6 McCleary, and it was for face-off interference. Haven't seen that one a whole lot. Anyway, Giannuzzi, his movement was really good. I really liked him in this game. His movement set up for really good positioning, and positioning is everything for a goalie. Other notes, the rookie line was really supplying pressure. So because of our 4 guys in the USHL, we're really having to count on those guys to start playing more. So it's great to see them supplying pressure. Because of Everett's defensive play, it really set the game up for opportunistic hockey. So basically, it's just you wait for a break. Like you can poke the puck off at the defensive blue line, and you're on a breakaway, which is what happened quite a bit. Another note, Everett was playing a really heavy forecheck game again, which is really showing why they're having such a good season. But I do believe Portland was playing their best defensive game this season. So with that rising up, that happening more, it's gonna help our season throughout the year. So that's awesome. And with that, I think that's going to the third. Again, we have a really hot start. I'm loving our opening faceoffs. It's doing great. But frustration's starting to seep in on both teams, and we're getting a lot of really big hits. So usually when you're down in the game, or in this case tied, but you're not getting a whole lot of offensive opportunities, typically end up hitting more. So that's what was going on in this game. Everett, again, still playing the neutral zone trap and a wall style defense. It was forcing our dump in hockey. Again, going back to that opportunistic hockey, it's just the game that they're playing. We're going to have to find a way to beat that. 15 minutes in, Giannuzzi, again, like I said, he's moving really good, and he stops a breakaway. So goalies are up to par, defense is up to par. We're doing really well. Everett takes a penalty at 7 minutes and 14 seconds. That's number 18, Campbell, and it was for goaltender interference. Wolf actually had a really highlight reel goal save. Oh, that came out weird. Golf had a highlight reel save. Puck pops up, goes kind of on his back, and he reaches around, stops it with his glove. So I thought that was definitely worth mentioning. But on that power play, I felt like we were desperate, and that was showing. So power play was starting to look like a power play. About 10 minutes into the game, From Lorm got a breakaway. So we're again, opportunistic hockey. It's just you get the breakaways when defense is playing such a sound game. But unfortunately, we didn't score there. And then about 12 minutes in, Everett was making a lot of late hits, kind of making me a little steamed, but no calls. But Chichik, he's probably feeling the frustration a little bit. He was getting some big cross checks in the game. Luckily, he didn't get a penalty on this one, but he did end up cross-checking an Everett player and made him go headfirst into the goalpost. I actually cringed on that one. I was a little worried for the Everett player, but it looks like he was fine, thank goodness. About 18 minutes in, Clausen had a really nice stick handle through some defense, but didn't get the goal on that one. That means we're going to overtime. And this time, unfortunately, it was Everett with the hot start. Giannuzzi had a stick save about 22 seconds in. Got your heart racing a little bit there. We get one back. And so about 3 minutes in, Knack did a really nice power move to the net. Unfortunately, didn't score. So Everett unfortunately gets the game-winning goal at about 4 minutes 17 seconds, and it was number 42 Bonstad. It was a miscommunication by our D, and it led to a 2-on-0 breakaway. It was stopped at first, but Everett collected from behind the net, and they did a nice Gretzky office move, just fires it out to the slot, and Everett scores. So, takeaways from this game: Portland did play a really, really good game. Unfortunately, they lose in overtime to Everett, so I think it's going to be us and Everett compete for the top spot this season. So hopefully we can find a way to defeat them when we play them again and take over that spot. Anyways, thank you guys for watching very much. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us out. The more I see you guys view, the more it compels me to do these videos. So tell your friends, and again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.